is going on, guys? Riley from Swing Lacrosse here, and today we'll be doing a custom stringing video. This is number 8, I believe. Anyways, that was my email. Anyways, we will be showing off some of the strings I did today and last night. My hands hurt a little bit. I figured out a way to not mess up my hands so much, but I keep deciding to not use it, so I instead just end up tearing through my hands and regretting it. But I like to be able to feel the strings and have the mobility of my direct skin. But I've been trying out gloves. I haven't found anything tight enough to work. I know that sounds a little silly, but when you're stringing so many heads, honestly, not tearing through your skin is worth wearing gloves and looking a little silly while you do it. But yeah, that's beside the point, really. But thought I'd mention it in case anyone is stringing a lot and their hands hurt. But yeah, as you can see, here, I'll move out of the way. I have a ton of heads to string. I'm very excited for the upcoming summer. I'm going to be able to plow through all of these, definitely be able to sell them to you guys. I just sold the goalie head. Yep, that one. And I have a bunch of other stuff to do. I have all my directions mixed up. I have a bunch of heads to do for myself, those over there. And as you can see, I have something very cool back there, but that's beside the point. This is about the customers who have gotten things strung recently. So I've had, last week I did a lot of stuff, didn't have time for a video. This week I do have time, so I will be showing them to you as I've stated. So starting off things strong, I think it's Michael. Michael sent me this STX Superpower. He wanted all white around except for a blue triangle top, so just the triangle, not the entire thing. I unfortunately only had a nylon, so I ended up just throwing that in. I still think it looks actually really cool. He wanted a mid to mid-low, so it's going to sit mid, shift a little low. Mid-pocket, mid to mid-low, like I said. That's going to have a really smooth release, so I didn't overdo the channel by any means. It's just going to float right off those shooters, but still has a really, really nice channel. I mean, let's be honest, that's sweet. I know that when people string superpowers, or at least in my experience, some people complain about the amount of sidewall holes. They're not bad, but you feel like they're not in ideal places for pulling down the mesh. When you end up putting a mid to mid-low, all you have to do is just start SIing every single hole, starting at the third, if anyone does have one that they're trying to do. And you just do it until you feel where you want the pocket. You put an SSI, so a stacked SI, and then you do a few SIs after and tie off. So that's what I did here. It worked really, really well. It's going to have a very, very good amount of hold without too much whip. It's going to float right off. Yeah, he wanted like a 3 to 4 on whip, but this is with String King Type 2X, so it's going to be an even smoother release. I kept the tag on just so I can keep track of which mesh has which, because I'm actually out of 2X, and I just bought like 25, 26 pieces of 2S, and then I got some 2S Plus, and then an Otter, and then some 2X Plus. So there's stuff. Oh, by the way, for that picture I posted a while back, I know I told people what the amount was. Like a few people I said, all right, you got it. It was 39 pieces. 6 of them went out to a friend, and the rest are just for me stringing up the heads back here, as well as customers who send stuff in. So yeah, this is with 2X. Michael, I hope you like it. I really, really think it's sweet. I think it's a really strong way to start off the video. But yeah, so on to the next head. So earlier today, I had someone contact me asking if I had a Nike CEO. Told them I did not. I did, but I planned to keep it for myself. He ended up wanting one. There was one on Sideline Swap or something for like $70 or something, so he was going to buy that one, but it ended up being sold to someone else, or the guy was unresponsive. I'm not sure which. But he ended up, I decided to be nice, and I offered him this one. I had strung it up with 2S Plus. It's so sweet. 2S Plus is really, really cool stuff. I haven't thrown or used it actually yet, but I have strung with it a few times. It's just an absolutely sick channel. I mean, let's just be honest. Look at that. I love this. This is the face-off pattern that I use on CEOs. The guy was a face-off guy. But anyway, so I ended up doing it up for him. I even went out to the store since I was selling him the one that I wanted to keep. I went out and I bought another one from my local store. I drove over, picked it up, and when I got home, he had messaged me and told me that he was sorry, but he wouldn't be able to buy it. So he backed out, but that's okay. It wasn't too big of a deal. I ended up buying a head I didn't need, but I will probably end up selling this. The guy was paying close to retail for everything, so that's what it's going to be around for this. Hope anyone who's interested is willing to do that, because I will be able to put this up very soon since a spot opened on my website. I can't point. A spot will be opened on my website since that Eclipse with Grizzly sold. But yeah, so here it is. It's with 2S Plus. So sweet of a pocket. I'm actually going to be looking into using a CEO for the summer, possibly near the end of spring, just because I like the face shape. I'm not too concerned about the stiffness of it. I'll be able to just buy a new one whenever it's not stiff enough. I can give it to a face-off guy. I'm sure they can put good use, make good use of it. But yeah, I really love Nike CEOs. I've realized that I've always liked them. I've just never thought that I should use them. But I'm realizing now that I can totally use one, and I'm definitely going to be taking a look at it. Still using a tank, it's just the pocket that I have, and the tank itself is so wide that getting a channel that's going to, with a pocket that's going to sit high and have a good amount of hold is very hard. The pocket I have is a mid. It's short of, because of the way I did the bottom string, shifts low, which is okay because when you're cradling, you don't want to have to worry about the ball rolling out because the pocket is only up at the top. But yeah, it's just little technicalities. But it's fine. Like, it's been working fine. I can throw fine. I catch fine. I can pick up ground balls fine. It's just I know that come summer league, I'll be playing long pull instead of close defense. I've been playing close defense for my school. I'm sure you guys don't care about what I'm talking about, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's fun. But yeah, so I've been playing close defense for my school, and it's probably just better to have a wider head for that. But once I go back to long pull midi, I can use this for this summer, and then the fall, and then probably next year, because I enjoy long pull midi a lot. I like running for the most part. My feet and legs hurt though when I do that. I mean, obviously, but yeah. So the guy ended up backing out. So I will decide whether I'm going to keep this, and maybe try to string a little bit higher of a pocket. I mean, it's still it's a mid pocket, I would say. It can shift a little higher and shift a little lower. I have one of my teammates, Jackson, rocking this exact pocket with G3 mesh on a CEO, and he loves it. It's been working really well, and I threw with it a few times yesterday, and it was nice. So I'm definitely looking towards using one of these because they're cool, and I don't really mind the stiffness. It's not going to be a big deal for me. So yeah, this one wasn't a customer's, but I decided to show it to you because it was supposed to be. And also, it's really cool. I hope you guys like this one because this is my favorite. But yeah, so up next we have Kent Darrell. This is a classmate / upperclassman / fellow Spanish student. He had two heads, I guess, with him at school, or he had intended to have me string them. But anyway, during Spanish, right before a test, he was like, "Hey Riley, I have a few heads upstairs. I need you to string." They were done by Lax World, and they weren't by my regular guy, and they're a little weird. So I want you to fix them. And he wanted to also see my own work, so he decided to go to me. I was like, "Sure, I'll get them as soon as I'll get to them as soon as I can." I made time this weekend for him. So here is one of Kent's heads. It is a Warrior Evo X, or it's an Evolite X. It's a Warrior Evolite X with hard mesh. He just had it standard strung by Lax World, I guess. But anyway, I ended up replacing all the sidewall and shooters just so he could have top quality materials. I kept the mesh because I don't have mesh that I can just give out, unfortunately, but I hope that he likes this and he ends up getting his gamer done with like shrinking or something, so it's going to perform very well. But I ended up giving it a very nice channel, as you can see. I hope that's a good way of looking at it. A really solid mid-esque sort of pocket. So it's a little higher than like the CEO's mid pocket. But yeah, I really am happy with how this came out. Kent, I hope you like it a lot. I will be bringing this to school tomorrow if you're watching this tonight. If this uploads tonight. It's a Sunday night, by the way, for anyone who cares. But yeah, it's a really cool pocket. I actually have given out this pattern before, so I don't feel bad doing it again. So the pattern is do a 9 diamond. I do a 9 diamond protected top. On the first sidewall hole, I do a double loop, and then I do the protected. And then you do tie third. So here, I'll show it. Tie third, SI, knotted SI, one SSK, one SI. I did a one SK in this case, but they're gonna both work. One, and then tie off. And then a 9 diamond bottom string on the next row. I do it pretty tight so that it's not illegal. But yeah, really, really nice pocket. Channel's a little wider than like when I did it with, I think, Chesapeake for another friend. That's when I gave you guys the pattern. But it's gonna work really well. I hope he likes this. So yeah, up next we have Hunter rushing. Is that how I pronounce his last name? Hunter's Hammer, SEX Hammer U. It's one of the ones that was at I think there was an online lax.com sale or something. But anyway, he ended up getting one, and he sent this along with another head. So I have a few double pairs for customers. But this one he got, I think, from that sale. He ended up wanting it with gray String King. So he wanted 2S. I didn't have any, unfortunately. So he got gray 2X. But he was fine with that. I just broke in the pocket and made it soft. He wanted all black, all around, double protected triangle top, all that, with a mid pocket. So very, very, that's what the, like, put through. But there's where it's going to sit. It's going to be able to shift low so that when you're cradling vertically, because plug and pulls do that sometimes when, like, trying to, like, base dodge or something like that. It's irrelevant. But anyway, has a pretty good channel. Tanks are definitely a little bit of a pain to string when you're trying to put a slightly higher pocket. Any mid-low pocket can generally be channeled, so that's not really a problem. But when you start to get the higher stuff, you gotta improvise. So yeah, he ended up having blue shooters put in because I didn't have a green that matched. This is the problem. This is why I need to order more colored materials. But yeah, so I ended up putting royal blue in, so that he has a headstrong shaft or something he'll be putting it on, so I think that this will work out really well. But yeah, Hunter, I hope you like the first stuff too. Up next, we have a Brine Clutch 2X, I believe this one. Yeah, so this one is for Kent. He also had this when he gave them to me right before Spanish. So I ended up giving him a mid to, I guess it's more of a mid-high, but it can shift all around, so it's a mid pretty much. With a really very, it's not too tight up top, so not too tight of a channel, but the ball is going to definitely want to travel out of it, like it's there. I don't really know how to explain that, but anyway, so when you put a ball in it, it's going to sit around there. That's a cool channel. Just a standard setup. I didn't want to put a third shooter into it because of how loose it is up top. It's not crazy loose or anything, but it's definitely looser, and I don't want it hooking. So I just ended up doing two. He got a triangle top on this one. Last one he didn't. It's just simply because my hands were hurting so much. It's not going to make too much of a big difference. But yeah, so Brine Clutch 2X, hard mesh again. The new materials on the sides, Stringer Shack is what I generally use for sidewall and shooters right now. But yeah, so up next we have Hunter's other head. Here is a Brine Clutch 2. So I almost mixed up the two. That's why I had to check. But yeah. Brine Clutch 2 with String King 2S, white with navy all around, very, very nice pocket, same pocket as the other one, just transfer between a 2 and a 2X. It's very, very cool. But yeah, so as I talked about earlier, there was that hooking concern on the other one, but since String King, the diamond size on the hard mesh was like weird, it was a little bit bigger, it was just it was different, and the diamond size was inconsistent and stuff. But with String King, you get a plenty tight top, and it's going to work very well. So yeah, I really dig it. Using hard mesh and then using this, I had strung this first, and then I strung Kent's. It was definitely, there was a difference. I haven't done hard mesh in a while, but it works fine. It's going to perform fine for him, so I'm not too worried about that. But Hunter, I really, really dig this. Nice choices. Nothing too crazy, not crazy at all, but very, very cool, very, very solid, and I can't wait to get it out too. So, second to last, we have Tucker. I believe it's Tucker. Tucker W's STX Stallion, his Stallion U. So, it has I believe he wanted a mid pocket. I can check. Yeah, he said the pocket placement didn't really matter, but that he was a MIDI and attackman, I believe. don't completely remember all of that. Yeah, he's a mid-air attackman, and he likes to do some dodging, but also takes outside shots. So I ended up just giving him a mid pocket with 3 straights, solid channel, and really nice pocket placement. He's going to be able to do all those things. He's going to be able to shift low for when he needs it, but it will stay at a mid for when he's taking those outside shots, and it will have a very nice release. Really excited to hear what he thinks of this. I have a few other stallions that I let him know about, so that if he wants replicas, I'm able to hook him up. I'll talk about stringing and stuff for you guys at the end of the video. But yeah, so that is Tucker's. Tucker, I hope you like it. This is with String King 2X, by the way. I hope I'm not missing any details for these heads. If I am, you guys can probably guess what's what. But yeah, so up last is Spencer. Spencer's Warrior Burn X. So Spencer is a classmate, a lower classman, teammate of mine. Actually, not a class. Well, technically, we go to the same school, but he's not in any of my classes. But yeah, so Spencer is a freshman, and he is on JV with me. There's a fresh soft for anyone wondering, but he's on JV with me, along with my other teammates and friends. So we ended up. I did this for him a while back, and he had used it through like mud and stuff in our practices. And this weekend he was like, "Can you just redo it for me because it's so messed up?" Not really messed. It wasn't messed up. It was just very dirty, and I think it was bothering him. But yeah, so when I looked at the pocket, I mean, it seemed fine. He just wanted a little bit of a lower pocket. So yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, it's here. I have to. It has a shaft on it still. It has a lower pocket than before, so it's a mid-low. It's gonna shift low for one-handed cradling. Yeah, and he'll be able to cradle one-handed with it. Still gonna have a nice release. Really like the channel I was able to achieve on it. It's not gonna create whip or hook or anything. If it does, for some reason, we can just remove the lowest shooter. But I'm very happy to have done this for him. It's with String King 2X, so it's gonna have a nice smooth release. Double triangle protected top, 1 nylon, 2 straights. I don't really like to describe. I mean, I can describe the pocket like other people do, but it's pretty obvious what it is. So yeah, it's a nice setup. All white, all around. No need to become flashy. He actually has it on a Vandal with the graphic scratched off, so that's a scratch graphic instead of yellow, which I find interesting. I think he can't tell if he just removed it because he didn't like the yellow or if he wanted to give it this like artistic like scratch. I don't know. It was very interesting, needless to say. But yeah, so here is Spencer's stick. I hope that he likes it. I'll be giving it to him tomorrow. I'll also be giving Kent's sticks to him tomorrow and then shipping out all the other heads along with that goalie head. So there's a lot going on right now. I've really been enjoying my weekends because of all the work I have to do. It's definitely a good time to be getting stuff done. I'm very excited for summer because I'll have time to do them all the time. And I'll also have my driver's license, so I'll be able to drive, go hang out with people. It's going to be a good time. Very excited for summer. I'm going to do my best to really grow my business at that time. You guys will have a lot coming to you. I have a GoPro that I haven't used that I plan to make use of in some way. I have no clue. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of heads to string, a lot of people to talk to, a lot of places to go, I guess. Yeah. So last thing, if you guys liked any of these heads in this video, let me know. Any likes are appreciated. Subscribe, I guess. But if you guys want a custom strung head, you can email me, highstringlacrosse@gmail.com. You can check out my Instagram and contact me there. It's highstringlacrosse, as everyone knows. You can keep watching the channel for more content. I hope to put out a lot more videos. YouTube videos will be much more prevalent come summer because I'll have more time to do it. I won't be on such a crazy schedule. What else is there? Oh yeah, so I have a bunch of heads that I need to string for people. I should probably custom string them for them rather than string them and just put them up so that I know I have a buyer. So I'm probably going to, once I'm on top of all my schoolwork, which I am right now, but that probably won't be the case come midweek. But yeah, I will put up pictures of the heads and be like, you can contact me if you want this custom strung however you want. And you guys would just be able to contact me and we can work something out. You'll pay and then I'll do it. I'll ship it out to you. Versus me stringing it for just a general person and then hoping someone buys it. There's a big difference between the two. But yeah, so some of the heads I have are STX hammers, a Carolina Evo 4, a white Evo 4, a white Rabel 2X, a Carolina Superpower, what else? Two RP3Xs, one RP3 high school, a Blade or two Blade Pro X6s, I think, or one. I think I just have one now. I don't know. Optics. I have two Universal Optics, three high school spec, one in Carolina, one in gray, and one in white. A Thompson i6 in white and one in gray that's already strung. A Surgeon, a black Surgeon, a Torg, a Carolina Scepter 7, a Proton Power, a Black X10, a Reebok 10K. Anything else? Those are mine. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I also have this. I guess this is sort of just now more of a general video, but I'll still call it a custom stringing. I have a Maverick tank with 2S. It's lightly used. There's just a little bit of wear on the sidewalls. Nothing serious. Yeah, nothing serious at all. The scoops are little to none. If you guys want to see that. But yeah, this is for sale on my website, along with a pinched, let's hope that doesn't fall off like it does in my videos generally, a pinched Maverick metric. I think this was actually pinched by Throne himself. I bought this a while ago, still haven't sold it. Don't know what's happening, but yeah, so it's a pinched high school, very, very tight face shape, but definitely would be fun to throw around with. So if anyone wants it, I'm not going to ask too much for it. I also have a Stallion. Oh yeah, I should definitely tell you guys about this. I have a Stallion U500 that I cracked the throat on, but it still is working. The cracked throat doesn't actually make a difference. I can send this into STX if I really want, and I think I will, and get a new one, and then I'll sell that. But anyway, if anyone wanted to buy this as is, I understand that you don't want to pay as much because it's cracked, but at the same time, it doesn't make that big of a difference. I don't know. It's not a huge deal. I mean, look at that. It's not, if you guys can even see that, it's not a big deal. But yeah, it's not even, I don't know how to explain it. I'll probably just send it in and then string up the one that I get back and sell that instead, because I don't want to get lowballed, even though I technically deserve to be. I have that burn that was strung by Ethan Batani from Michigan String Ups that I got from TJ in return for a tank, one of my pinch ones that I was using. I have Surgeon 500. These are the higher ones, so I'm not going to reach for them. Surgeon 500 with outer mesh that I've had forever. I think I have a collage of it on Instagram under the for sale stuff. I have an Epic Hawk with an Epic Hawk with String King Type 2S. Absolutely dirty pocket. I love it. Well, maybe I'll look at one of those for summer. I don't know. I like CEOs though. They're cool. I have a Thompson i6 with DMG Iceberg mesh. It is Iceberg. I hope it's Iceberg. And then I have a Warrior Burn with, I think, Valencia. I think it's Valencia mesh. But yeah, that's just some of the heads that I have right now. I was playing with the tail of this head the entire time. So yeah, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this rambling at the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the strung heads. If you want something done, like I said, contact me. You can check out my stuff on Instagram. My contact information is there. You can kick me. I might give out my cell number starting this summer so that I can get a little bit more business out of it. I'll have to consult you guys and see if I need to or if the current methods are fine. I just don't like the idea of random people texting me and being able to give out my number. Feels like it would get annoying. That's the only reason. Other than that, I have nothing wrong with it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to take it easy. Yeah.